Let me say something to you that you may have never truly heard before. Your time has come. You are not waiting. You are not preparing. You are not earning. You are not striving. No. Your time has come. And I am not merely offering you encouragement or consolation. I speak to you in truth. I speak to you from the higher place within you that already knows the riches you are destined for. You may have forgotten, but your deeper self has always remembered. Now hear this clearly. The millions are not coming. They are already yours. Your mind has simply not yet accepted it. The riches you desire, the freedom, the abundance, the ease, they already exist in the eternal now. And all that is required of you is to enter the state of the one who already has them. I am telling you with all the authority of awakened imagination, your time has come. You have waited long enough. You have toiled in the illusion that you are a beggar asking for scraps from life. But you are not a beggar. You are a creator. You are the operant power. And you have never needed permission to be wealthy. You only needed the assumption. You only needed to feel the truth of your own abundance before it was made visible. And now you are ready. What is $1 million to the one who knows they are consciousness itself? It is a small thing. It is like a leaf in the breeze, easily caught. And yet, to the man who believes himself separate from his desires, it is a mountain he thinks he must climb. But you are not climbing. You are not reaching. You are being. You are dwelling in the state of already having. You are not waiting to be rich. You are rich now. When you close your eyes at night, do you feel the warmth of wealth around you? Do you lie there in peace, knowing you are the one who possesses millions? Because if you do, the outer world must bow to your inner state. This is not philosophy. This is law. The world reflects what you are conscious of being, not what you want, not what you wish for, but what you are aware of being. So I ask you now, who are you? Are you the one who will one day have millions? Or are you the one who already does? The answer is not in your bank account. The answer is not in the opinions of others. The answer is in your assumption, your feeling, your conviction. This is the secret. Live as though it were already true, and you will call it forth from the unseen into the seen. You do not need to know how. That is not your concern. The how is the domain of the bridge of incidents. Life will rearrange itself to match your assumption. Things will move. People will appear. Opportunities will arise. All in obedience to your inner world. But you must assume the state and remain there. Let the outside catch up. But never again shall you wait for proof before you believe. Say to yourself, even now, I am a millionaire. I feel it. I know it. I live it. Do not say it with hope. Say it with conviction. And if the world laughs at you, let it laugh. It does not matter. They are only reacting to your previous assumptions. But hold fast to your new state. And even the most stubborn facts must bow. Your only work is to persist in the assumption. This is the only effort required. It is not imagination versus reality. Imagination is reality. Imagination is reality. Your imagined state, held with feeling and faith, becomes the fact of your life. You think the world is solid, fixed, resistant, but I tell you, it is clay, it is putty, and you are the potter. Mold it gently, silently, persistently with your inner vision. You will wake up one morning, and the world will have changed. But the change began in you. You are not separate from your dream. You are the dreamer dreaming the dream. The dream of millions is not out there waiting to find you. It is within, already made real by the intensity of your assumption. You must feel it real. That is the only rule. Feeling is the secret. Not wishing, not hoping, not trying, but feeling it real. There is a version of you who is already living that life of freedom. They do not wonder how they will pay their bills. They do not worry over their future. They walk in power, in gratitude, in peace. And you are free to inhabit that self now. You do not become rich by chance. You become rich by identity. You claim it. You own it. You feel it. And then the world mirrors it. Some will tell you to hustle. Some will tell you to sacrifice. But I tell you, abundance is your birthright. You do not need to prove yourself to earn it. You need only to remember who you are. You are imagination. You are spirit. You are infinite awareness, clothed in flesh. And you are here, not to suffer or to strive, but to create. Your wealth is not outside of you. It has never been. It has always been within, waiting for your recognition. Now is the moment to say, I recognize myself as the one who is wealthy, not will be is. Let every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take, come from the self that already possesses millions, and the world must conform. You will feel resistance. That is natural. The old state will try to assert itself, but do not fear it. It is only the echo of a former belief. You have moved. You live in a new state. You no longer identify with lack. Lack is a lie. Lack is a shadow. You are not the servant of circumstances. You are their master. You are the cause, not the effect. Every time you say, I am, you are invoking the creative power of the universe. So say it well. Say it wisely. Say, I am rich. I am prosperous. I am abundant. And do not merely repeat it. Feel it. Feel the weight of wealth in your pocket. Feel the joy of giving without fear. Feel the ease of a life where money flows freely. That feeling is the cause. The money is the effect. You may say, but I've said affirmations before, and nothing changed. And I ask you, did you feel them to be true? Did you assume the state and dwell in it? Or did you say them while doubting them in your heart? Because the universe does not respond to your words. It responds to your state of being. The feeling is the prayer. Go now into your inner room. Shut the door to the world of senses, and see yourself as the millionaire you truly are. See it clearly. Hear the words of congratulations. Smell the scent of luxury. Feel the texture of wealth. Let your imagination be vivid and alive, and then believe it. Believe it not as something you hope to reach, but as something you are returning to. Every great fortune was first a fantasy. Every empire began in the mind of a man who dared to believe. And you are no different. Your time has come because your imagination has awakened. You have remembered the truth, that you are the operant power. You do not need to wait for permission. You have already been chosen by the divine within. The world will tell you to be realistic. I tell you, be real. And the only reality is consciousness. The only truth is imagination. So stop measuring your future by your current bank balance. That is not your source. Money is not your source. You are the source. You are the wellspring from which all things flow. The moment you accept this truth, you enter the state of wealth. You are no longer trying to become. You are being. You walk differently. You speak differently. You think differently. And all of it is based on your assumption of already having. That is the great secret. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Live from it. Speak from it. And the world will follow. I have told you nothing new. All I have done is remind you of who you are. The truth has always been with you, buried beneath layers of fear and doubt. But now those layers fall away. You are awake. You are aware. You are ready. And because you are ready, the millions are yours. I do not say they will be. I say they are. In this very moment they exist in your world. If you will only claim them, feel the shift. Feel the new identity. Walk in it. Rejoice in it. Persist in it. And the outer must become what the inner has accepted. Your time has come, my friend. You were not meant to struggle. You were not meant to worry. You were meant to create, to command, to enjoy. So create boldly, command wisely, enjoy fully, and never again say, I hope. Say instead, I am. I am wealthy. I am rich. I am limitless. These are not just words. They are bridges to a new reality. Walk across them. And as you do, the world will change. Not because it is changing you, but because you have changed yourself. You no longer need signs. You are the sign. You no longer need evidence. You are the evidence. You no longer need to wait, because your time has come. So go now, and live as the one who already has it all. Let the world call it magic, or luck, or coincidence, but you will know the truth. You will know that it was always you. You rise in the morning not asking for a sign, not looking for a shift, but knowing the shift has already happened, within you, around you, through you. The world you awaken to is a reflection of the self you have accepted during sleep. Your nights are now filled not with doubt, but with rehearsal. You rehearse the scene of the one who has already received. You walk through the rooms of your mansion in the stillness of your inner world. You hear the affirming voice of the banker, the partner, the friend, all saying, "It's done." You are no longer trying to figure out how it will happen. You are no longer concerned with the process. That is the role of imagination's infinite wisdom. You plant the seed, and the unseen processes take care of the unfolding. What farmer digs up his seed each morning to check its progress? None. He trusts the law. He knows the nature of what he's planted. And now you too trust in the invisible activity of assumption. You feel it real and rest, knowing that what you accepted within must find expression without. When the world shows you the opposite, you smile. You do not panic. You do not doubt. You do not cry out in despair. For now you understand. The world is always lagging behind your imagination. You live now in the future you have chosen. The present is only the residue of an old vibration. You do not argue with it. You simply do not feed it. Your attention remains fixed on the end. Wealth, freedom, joy, abundance. And because you dwell in that end, it must become your new present. People around you will notice a change. They will see you walk into a room and feel something different. Not arrogance, not pretense, but power. A quiet confidence that does not beg, does not chase, does not explain. You know who you are, and you are no longer playing the role of the one who lacks. That role is beneath you. That costume has been burned. You now dress yourself in royalty. You wear the invisible robes of the wealthy, and the outer garments must follow. You speak about the future as if it has already happened. You tell no one your secrets, because you know you do not need their permission to create. You carry your riches within you, hidden from the eyes of the world, but known to the infinite mind within. And when the time is right, when the fruit is ripe, it will fall into view, and the world will gasp and say, "How did this happen?" But you will not be surprised. You have lived it 1,000 times in your mind. There is no more waiting. There is only embodying. No more seeking signs and wonders. You are the sign. You are the wonder. You are the miracle in motion. And your wealth is now responding to the new self you have assumed. Let others race, hustle, toil, exhaust themselves with effort. You remain still. You remain silent. You remain sure. You do not need to work harder to become rich. You need to feel deeper. Feel it until it burns in your bones, until you know no other truth but this. I am the one who is wealthy beyond measure. If you feel it deeply enough, the outer world must yield. It has no choice. The law cannot be broken. It always reflects back what you are, not what you say, not what you pretend, but what you are. You are no longer poor pretending to be rich. You are rich pretending to be poor until the costume falls away. The reality is already within you. You are not moving toward it. You are moving from it. Your center is secure. Your foundation is set. And from this stable self-image, all things unfold. If you knew with absolute certainty that you were to receive $10 million tomorrow, how would you feel today? Would you worry about the cost of groceries? Would you stress over a bill? Would you lower your head in shame? No, you would smile. You would walk tall. You would give freely. You would speak with authority, because the money is coming. And yet I tell you, the money is already here. It exists now, in this moment, as a reality in the field of imagination, and by aligning with that reality, you summon it into form. Let this alignment become your habit. Let this assumption become your atmosphere. Breathe in the air of success. Drink the waters of abundance. Eat the bread of completion. This is your feast, prepared by your own inner Father, the I am within you. You do not ask, "May I have this?" You declare, "This is mine." And because you declare it with faith, it becomes fact. You are no longer surprised when blessings appear. You are not astonished when money flows. You do not say, "I can't believe this is happening." You say, "Of course, this is the natural outcome of who I am." And the universe, ever the faithful servant, continues to arrange itself in harmony with your self-image. Your conversations change. You no longer speak of problems. You speak of possibilities. You no longer repeat the stories of hardship. You tell the tales of triumph, because that is what you now expect. That is what you now experience. You do not wonder if it will work this time. You know it is working, because you are the work. You are the magic. You understand now that all things, money, success, homes, cars, luxury, are but shadows. They are not the power. They are the results. The power is you. The power is your assumption, and you wield it in silence, in stillness, in certainty. You do not perform. You do not prove. You simply are. Every breath you take is an affirmation of abundance. Every step you take is a declaration of wealth. You walk through life as if it were a banquet already paid for, a gift already received. You do not rush. You do not chase. You do not compete, because you already have what you once thought was missing. And now the world begins to bend. The phone call comes. The opportunity arises. The idea flows in. The money appears, not by magic, but by law, not by luck, but by consciousness. And all because you dared to assume. You dared to feel it real. And now that you know the secret, you will never again live in fear. You are not the beggar at the gate. You are the king in his palace. You do not knock. You open. You do not wish. You command, not with arrogance, but with divine confidence. For you know the source is within. There is a calm about you now, a peace that cannot be shaken by numbers on a screen or letters in the mail. You know the truth. You know that money is a reflection, not a cause. You tend to the cause. You remain in the state, and the millions continue to show up, because you never stepped out of being the one who receives. You are like a magnet now, not chasing, but drawing, not begging, but attracting, not doubting, but knowing. And the more you dwell in the feeling, the faster the form arrives, because you have made the feeling your home. You do not visit it now and then. You live there. You do not return to the old self who waited, worried, or wondered. That self is gone, dissolved into memory. In its place stands the one who walks in power, who speaks with authority, who acts from certainty. You do not glance at the world to measure your success. You measure by the richness of your inner knowing. You measure by how deeply and frequently you return to the end. The end, the fulfillment, the conclusion. That is your dwelling place. You sit in it in silence. You walk in it in confidence. You speak from it with joy. You are no longer rehearsing how to get there. You are living from having already arrived. When you see something in the outer world that appears to contradict your assumption, you remain unmoved. You understand it as the dying breath of an old state, one that no longer holds dominion over you. You are free now, free from the need to fix the world. You do not need to manage the outer. You only manage the inner, and the inner takes care of the rest. You think only the thoughts that a wealthy person would think. You feel only the emotions of the fulfilled. You move with the rhythm of one who has nothing to fear. And as you do, all things align, not by force, not by strategy, but by the magnetic pull of your new self-concept. There are moments where the old self may whisper, "But what if it doesn't work this time?" And you smile gently, not in fear but in compassion. You do not argue. You do not resist. You simply return to the end. You rehearse again the scene of already having. You fall once more into the mood of the wish fulfilled. You saturate your mind with the tones of richness, and the voice of doubt fades like a shadow in the morning sun. You understand that no outer success can replace the inner foundation. You no longer seek wealth to feel powerful. You feel powerful, and so wealth appears. You no longer desire millions to escape lack. You have escaped lack in consciousness, and so the millions follow. You no longer use desire as a form of suffering. You use it now as a tool of creation. You take the desire, and you bring it inward. You dwell upon it, claim it, feel it, and from that moment on it is yours. You do not need to ask others what they think. You do not seek validation or agreement. You are past that. You have made your assumption, and it is law to you. You do not need support. You do not need applause. You know that the world is a mirror, and you are satisfied with the inner image you have chosen. You nurture it like a gardener nurtures a seed, and you do so in stillness and certainty. This certainty begins to influence every area of your life. People treat you differently, not because they know what you have, but because they feel what you are. You carry yourself differently. You no longer act small to make others comfortable. You no longer apologize for your dreams. You no longer hide your light. You understand now that abundance is not just about money. It is about identity. It is about freedom of being. It is about choosing who you are and remaining loyal to it, no matter what the world shows. The man who has assumed wealth does not check the price of everything in fear. He gives freely. He moves with grace. He expects favor. And that expectation is not a performance. It is a reflection of the inner world he has accepted. You are now that man, that woman, that being. You have moved into the role, not as fantasy, but as truth. And now the outer must catch up. You will see the signs. Yes, but you will not need them. You may be given a sudden check, an opportunity, a new idea. But these are not what make you rich. They are only the echo of your assumption. The real riches are in your feeling, the inner tone, the belief that has become flesh. And because it is now your nature, the millions are inevitable. The world may call it strange. They may ask you how you knew, how you saw it coming. And you will smile, because you didn't wait to see. You chose to see before it showed. You made your inner vision more real than your outer facts. And that, always and forever, is the creative act. You remember now that you are made in the image of the Creator, not a servant of fate, but a director of it. You are not hoping life gives you what you want. You are giving yourself what life must obey. That is the difference between the masses and the master. The masses wait. The master assumes. The masses wish. The master knows. And you have crossed the line. You are now among the few who dare to live from the end. As you continue to assume this truth, the noise of the world grows dim. The opinions of others carry no weight. The balance in your account no longer defines you. The promises and delays of outer systems no longer concern you, because you know now without doubt or hesitation that everything begins within. Each time you return to the feeling of wealth, you are rewriting the script. You are recasting yourself in the role of the one who owns, possesses, gives, receives, and enjoys without guilt or fear. And as you repeat this inner act, as you make it more and more vivid, more and more natural, the outer must bow. The dream must yield to the dreamer. You may go about your day performing ordinary tasks, buying groceries, answering emails, taking walks, but inwardly you are no longer the same. The one who walks through the store is the one who owns the land. The one who picks up the phone is the one who funds empires. The one who sips his morning tea is the one who knows he has all things. And so with every step, your state is confirmed and reconfirmed, not by words alone, but by your unwavering presence. As this becomes your new normal, the world accelerates to match you. The bridge of incidents becomes so seamless, so natural, that you barely notice it unfolding. A conversation leads to a deal. A nudge leads to a decision. A casual moment births an avalanche of abundance. And yet you are not surprised, because the miracle was never the money, it was the knowing. You no longer look outside and ask, where is it? You close your eyes and say, it is done. You walk into each moment not to get, but to express what you've already claimed. You show up as the one who already has it, and the world has no choice but to confirm. This is the essence of divine assumption, to live so fully in the state of already having, that even the winds and seas of circumstance must obey. And so you let go of time. You let go of needing it to happen by this hour or that date, because the moment you accepted it inwardly, it was done. You understand now that manifestation is not about forcing the outer, it is about becoming inwardly. And the moment you became it, the outcome was sealed. You understand the law now, not as something to use but as something you are. You are the law made visible. You are the assumption that creates. You are the awareness that commands. And the more you rest in this, the more easily all things are added unto you. So you do not strive. You do not struggle. You rest in the truth. You rest in the truth. You rest in the state. You let the assumption do the work, because you now know with unshakable certainty that your time has come. You no longer wait for signs, for proof, for permission. You are the sign. You are the proof. You are the permission. The millions are not in your future. They are in your now, waiting for you to claim them by being the one who already possesses them. Stand in this truth and do not waver. Feel it so deeply that no circumstance can distract you. Walk as if you already hold the fortune in your hands, and the world will rush to catch up with your inner conviction. This is not arrogance. It is divine responsibility. for you have remembered what most have forgotten, that imagination creates reality. So I say to you now, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, live from it, speak from it, think from it, for the kingdom is within you, and everything you could ever want or need is waiting at the door of your assumption. The key is in your hand. Turn it, open it, step into the life already designed for you by the God within. Your time has come. You will have millions, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop it now.